Hello everybody, back here again for a vlog a day, and today was Wednesday the 28th, and today was a beautiful day to be alive. Nice and chilly, cold weather. For this time of year, it's dropped off quickly. It's one of those things, usually we'll have a real weird cold snap come through, or everybody will bitch and whine about how we miss fall. That'll go on for 3 or 4 days, and then it'll warm back up and turn into a beautiful fall most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. So, been lots and lots of humidity in the air, so it's crazy how it's going. But I've had the wood stove going the last couple days in the shop, so I can get some glue to dry and some finishes to dry and whatnot. And it's insane how quickly that'll dry out a finish. So I got to thinking about maybe even next summer when it's super crazy hot out, but it's humid as hell. I was going to close the garage up and fire that stove up, man, because that thing dries the heat out so damn quick with wood burning stove. And it's just, it'll dry the shit out of stuff. Now I'll be sweating like a pig in there, but I'm sweating outside working anyway, so what's the difference? So definitely super excited about that. I got a really cool thing accomplished finally in my garage. I bought a new toolbox, I don't know, sometime last year or whatever it was. It's been a long time ago. And it's just kind of been setting out in the middle of the shop, kind of in along the way of along the side, like a pathway I'd made back to this shop. So I have like a bunch of stuff packed up by the door, then backed by the wood stove. I have like a working area, then I have a bunch of stuff stacked on the walls and that stored up. And it kind of sat in the middle of the room, but up against that junk out front. And I never pull cars or vehicles in the garage. It's just a wood shop only is all it is for me. And I went ahead and said to hell with it. And I decided I was going to move the toolbox over to the side where I was going to put it. I'd planned it all the time putting it there, and I realized it's kind of back in a corner. It's not the best near the light and stuff, so I stuck it right next to the south-facing window. So I always had the most light coming in there naturally, and then I have good light above it and everything else so I can see in my toolbox well. And I got there was an old like grocery store type shelf in there with the shelving pegboard in the back and all that. I got that took out of the way, and there was really not much of a storing up on that shelf that really I didn't use that often. The drill press was up there and a couple other things, but most of it was just junk that was kind of sitting around that when I bought the property, it had a bunch of old tools and stuff, and all that kind of just stayed on that shelf. I never really touched it, and it was so gross underneath there. I tried to sweep it up, and it was so gross. I had to go in and get actually like water and a mop and stuff and mop it up. It was just, it was disgusting. So I got that all cleaned up, got it all dried up, stuck the toolbox back in place, and it's amazing how much better that shop feels with that toolbox out of the middle of the room. So when you're walking, you don't get hit by this giant, 5.5 foot tall black wall that's like 4 foot wide. This, big giant toolbox that kind of made you feel like you're walking into a over-cluttered shop. I mean, it is an over-cluttered shop, but it seemed a lot worse with that there. I can see out the front door better now. I have better light flow through the garage. Everything about it, I'm in love with where it's at. Only thing is, so far, I got it over there. I went to go grab some tools, and I'd head back towards the middle of the shop, towards the front door, 4 different times now, and I went to put a tool away, headed back that way too. So I got to get my mind used to being the toolbox over against that wall again, so that's going to take me a little while. So the other thing I'm going to try and do is make the full goal of not stacking stuff on top anymore, because I did that, which I don't use the top part very much at all. But one of the problems with it is the top drawers don't work. They won't open unless the top lid is opened up. There's like a little safety catch in there. So all I've done is just I open the lid up, pull all the drawers out, put the lid back down. Now they can just come in and out, but they don't latch good. So I'm going to start actually using it where you got to flip the top up and go that way. The only thing is you get more dust and stuff inside that top compartment. So I don't know exactly yet, but I was tired of having it as like a storage bench, which is what I was doing with it before. I had a bunch of stuff stacked on top of it, and there's no reason for that at all. So I need to go ahead and do that. I've got my saw table built. I need to build an outfeed table for my table saw, which will be really super helpful. So hopefully that'll be my next project, which will be a little ways away because Friday I'm going to get my foot worked on, and then I'll be off my feet for a while. I think it's probably a week or so, week and a half, maybe 2 weeks before I can really be walking around on it all, and then I've got like a month before I can run again. So fun stuff. So anyway, right there, I felt awesome to have that done though in the garage. So went ahead, had a guy come by to give him my quote on doing the wiring. Haven't heard from him yet. Alliant did come by, which is our electrical power supply company here, to sign off on bringing the extra 100 amp wire in. There'll be 200 amp service into it, and if I have to move the mast or not, that's the big thing I got to find out for what the cost is going to be. So it's really hard telling. Hopefully it will not be crazy expensive. I'm going to ask the guy to give me a quote if I dig the trench myself, and then if he digs the trench, how much difference that would be, because it's a few $100. I'll probably dig my own damn trench. If it's $100, toolbox, I'll let him do it. So will not be worth the hassle and stuff factor. I do have to move the carport though, so he can get the trencher in there, which is going to kind of suck, but it won't take that long. I'll probably try and leave the ground hooks in so I can put it right back where it needs to be. So other than that, that's pretty much the biggest thing that I had for the day. It's just I was super excited about getting that toolbox that way. It was awesome. It felt really good to have that out of there. So I will talk to you guys soon. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.